stocks added to modest gains Monday in volatile trading, lifted by healthcare and financials, as investors digested the positive retail sales report and strong earnings from Citigroup. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up nearly 100 points, led by Merck MRK 46.5 for 0.92 plus 2.02% and BofA 9.3 for 0.22 plus 2.41% after tumbling more than 2% last week. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq also climbed. The CBOE Volatility Index, widely considered the thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Best gauge of fear in the market, dropped below 16. Most key S&P sectors were higher, led by healthcare and financials, while telecoms held losses. The recent economic data point to continued slow recovery, which is overall good news long-term, but the market is looking for another short-term lift following the boost from Q3, said Natalie Trudeau, CIO of Calver Investments. There are short-term possibilities of a rough patch unless this earnings season really surprises on the upside, which I don't expect. On the economic front, retail sales rose in thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. September, according to the Commerce Department. And business inventories increased in August, according to the Commerce Department. Meanwhile, the gauge of manufacturing in New York State contracted for the third straight month, according to the New York Federal Reserve. European shares finished higher after German Finance Minister Wolfgang Schäuble said Greece would not default, but warned that if it exited the Eurozone it would be damaging for Greece as well as the whole area. Still, strategists say Europe remains a concern. Europe has been a lot more severe thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased than markets have anticipated, according to Trudeau. Most of the efforts and focus have been applied to policy action, but underlying fundamental data do point to a pretty severe recession. Also boosting sentiment, data out over the weekend showed China's consumer price inflation eased in September, while producer prices dropped from a year earlier. In addition, a separate report showed export growth had rebounded to nearly twice the rate expected in September. On the earnings front, Citigroup C36.151.40 plus 4.03% posted earnings thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. And revenue that topped analysts' expectations. Other major financials such as Goldman Sachs GS 123.773.57 plus 2.97% and Bank of America back 9.3 for 0.22 plus 2.41% are scheduled to report later in the week. Read more. Earnings look better so far, but market Eli Lilly LLE 52.401.95 plus 3.87% jumped to lead the S&P 500 gainers after the pharmaceutical company said a potential stomach thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Cancer treatment met goals for improved patient survival in a late-stage clinical study. In addition, Leerink Swann lifted its rating on the company to outperform from market perform. Texas Instruments TXN 28.060.78 plus 2.86% rallied after a report that Amazon AMZ and 241.812 negative 0.548 negative 0.23% is in advanced talks to acquire the supplier of semiconductors for its Kindle tablet computer, according to Israeli financial newspaper Calcalist. Other chip makers including SanDisk SNDK 43.691.41 thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Plus 3.33% and AMD 2.78 0.04 plus 1.46% also advanced. Over the weekend, Japan's SoftBank said it will acquire a 70% stake in Sprint S 5.6538 negative 0.076 to negative 1.33% for about $20 billion, sending shares higher. Clearwater CLW are 2.69 0.37 plus 15.95%, which is largely owned by Sprint, soared nearly 20%. Meanwhile, rivals AT&T 35.15 negative 0.48 thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. negative 1.35% and Verizon VZ 44.595 negative 0.025 negative 0.06% slumped. PYCNBC's Giant Park follow Giant on Twitter, @GiantParkNBC. Coming up this week, Tuesday, CPI, Treasury intro L Capital, Industrial Production, Housing Market Index, News Corp shareholders MTRG, Target Media Day, Second Presidential Debate, Earnings from Coca-Cola, Goldman Sachs, J&J, United Health, Mattel, PNC Financial, State Street, IBM, Intel, CSX. Wednesday. Weekly mortgage apps, housing starts, oil inventories, earnings from BAE, PepsiCo, Bank of New York Mellon, BlackRock, Northern Trust. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. U.S. Bancorp, Amex, eBay. Thursday, jobless claims, Philadelphia Federal Survey, leading indicators, earnings from Morgan Stanley, Philip Morris, Travelers, Union Pacific, Verizon, Fifth Third, Huntington Bank shares, KeyCorp, Nokia, Google, Microsoft, AMD, Capital One, Chipotle, E-Trade. Friday, existing home sales, earnings from GE, McDonald's, Schlumberger,